Hi, my name is Monte Farber, and I know a thing or two about affirmations. With my wife Amy Zerner, I've written 5 affirmation projects: Gifts of the Goddess affirmation cards, the healing deck, the breathing deck, little reminders about love and relationships, little reminders about the law of attraction. And I know affirmations work, but I also know that sometimes they don't work. And I wondered why. That led me to an investigation that has also led me to the book Quantum Affirmations. With Quantum Affirmations, we're going to train ourselves not to stop thinking negatively. That's impossible. But when negative thinking lights up your brain and you realize you're doing it, you're making progress. And then you can do your quantum affirmation, which will help you quantum tunnel to the future where you want to plant your flag. How do you do it? Very simple. Twice a day, I say, when you wake up in the morning and just before you go to sleep, visualize in your mind's eye what you want to happen. There's a separate chapter in Quantum Affirmations about the most important thing, which is figuring out what you want. Because most of us think we want certain things, but when you get down to it, you don't really want that, you want that. The ancients had a saying, if you know your question, you know your answer. And by that they meant, if you can formulate a question, you're going to start reducing things to their most basic form. And you're going to get down to what you really are trying to figure out. And then you're going to have an intuition about what it is that you want. But Quantum Affirmations is not necessarily about intuition. It's about visualization. The affirmations in most people's books, while very good, and even in some of my early books, they work. But they don't work all the time. Because there was not enough about the trap. Quantum affirmations, we take the trap, and like jujitsu, we use its negativity to further what we're trying to do. Here's what happens when you affirm something. You get your little affirmations cards or your book, and you start doing your affirmations. You see yourself winning the lottery. And then all of a sudden you see your relatives coming out of the woodwork to try and borrow money from you. Or you see people judging you because you've won the lottery. And all of a sudden you shut down, you stop doing affirmations, you panic. Why is that? Because the reality of what you want includes negativity. There's nothing so good that you think you're going to get that isn't going to have some negativity with it. And there's nothing so bad, well actually maybe there are a few things that are so bad. Let me give you an example of why affirmations don't work. Most affirmation books will tell you to reprogram your subconscious by simply saying things. There's a saying in the Bible, God is not mocked. And let me tell you, neither is your subconscious. If you say, I want to meet my soulmate, I want to meet my soulmate, but you don't visualize the situation of meeting someone or being with someone or the reality of it, your subconscious is not going to be mocked. It's going to say, oh, you really do? Then why aren't you showing me the whole picture? You're just saying some words. It's too mechanical. Your subconscious is like a movie. Movies are 50% sound and 50% image. If you don't have one or the other, something's weird, unless it's a silent movie. But your subconscious knows you are not in a silent movie. So here's how you're supposed to do an affirmation. I'm going to meet my soulmate. I'm going to meet my soulmate. So you say it, not so great. Quantum affirmations, I'm going to meet my soulmate. And you can see yourself anywhere but meeting your soulmate in your mind's eye. You have to see it. You have to say it. I'm going to meet my soulmate. You have to feel it. I'm going to meet my soulmate. And then when you see your soulmate, know that your soulmate is not going to be perfect, and your soulmate is not going to think you're perfect. And we can be funny about the various things that real couples have. I've been with my wife for 35 years. When you're with someone for 35 years, you love them. You love them with the problems, with the good stuff, with the bad stuff. It's all part of the same thing. So when you meet your soulmate, you might not like the way your soulmate dresses. You might not like the way your soulmate's hair is. But you're going to meet your soulmate. So when you see that, and I'm going to meet my soulmate, and boy, do I not like the shoes. That's okay. Most people, with most affirmation techniques, will stop there because it's negative. Oh my God, I've seen something negative. Or it's frightening. Or I'm going to meet my soulmate, and I'm going to have to give up my apartment. Or I'm going to meet my soulmate. I wonder if my soulmate likes me because of the way I look or because of the way I am. Just because people have money and just because people are beautiful does not mean that they don't have problems. So when they do an image in their mind's eye, they have to see someone and realize they're not going to be sure if they really like them for who they are. They might like them for what they have, or what they look like, or who they're connected to. Be real. The truth shall set you free. It says that in the Bible, and things like that are applicable in all areas of life. So when you do a quantum affirmation, you are putting yourself in the probable future that you want to have, because that's how quantum physics works. Quantum physics postulates the theory that time can go forward and it can also go backward. There's no reason for it not to go backward. And I'm not saying that you have to accept that, but quantum affirmations talks about quantum tunneling, about how you can tunnel to a probable future. Quantum affirmations talks about the absolutely proven fact that if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, not only does it make a sound, but it sounds different than if there's someone there to hear it. In other words, when we're there for an experiment, we change that experiment. We actually have an effect on every physical object that we see. And I'd like to carry that a little further with quantum affirmations to say that we can create a future reality that we want to have. And it's a lot easier to do than you might think. The way you do it is to visualize it in your mind's eye, as Shakespeare so beautifully put it. In your mind's eye. The movie screen that's going on all the time. We don't know about phonograph records anymore, but a phonograph record used to be a little needle that would be in a groove that was in a circle on a record turning around. The needle was the present moment. That groove was the past and the present and the future. But imagine a phonograph needle in quantum affirmations. In quantum physics, there's a million future grooves to go down. How do you know which one to go down? That's what quantum affirmations is all about. You cut through the noise of a million futures and you tell your subconscious, which is very powerful and can guide you in ways that you and I could never understand. Your future can be guided once you tell your subconscious what it is that you want. And the clearer you see it, warts and all, the clearer you can get to it. And the straighter will be the line to get to it. So you do your quantum affirmations. I want to meet my soulmate. And even if they have bad breath, we can work on that. And I want to meet my soulmate. And even if they think I'm too fat, okay, we can work on that because this is my soulmate. What is a soulmate? A soulmate loves you. They just like to watch you live. A soulmate loves you the way you are, and if you want to change, they want to help you. So it helps to know what you're asking for because you're going to get it. And if you say, I want to make more money, great. You want to make more money. I see myself making more money in my mind's eye. I have the money to do what I want. What do I want? Now you're retired. Now you have to decide. You're not working because you have to work. You're working because you want to work, or you're not. What are you going to do? See it as real as you can. Feel it. I'm saying really feel it. See it like, oh my God, I got to pick a money manager. I have all this money. I don't know what to do. Really get into it. Because if you don't, you're going to be like the people who win the lottery, and when they get that money, they don't know what to do with it. And then their life takes turns for the worse, not turns for the better. So with quantum affirmations, we're going to visualize in our mind's eye exactly what it is that we want. We're going to see it, warts and all. And anytime something negative comes up, we're going to know we can handle it because that's just part of life. There's nothing that's all good and there's nothing that's all bad, because when things get all bad, there's some good and it's somewhere. Sometimes it's hard to see, but take my word for it. I've been through a lot of bad things and they've worked out. When they don't work out, usually you're not here to talk about it, but then you're on another side, and I hear people from the other side, it's not so bad over there. So don't complain so much. See your quantum affirmation as the place you want to go, the place you want to be, and don't let negativity stop you, because when you're starting to see the relatives coming out of the woodwork when you have all this money, or when you're starting to worry about your soulmate's clothes, those are positives. Those are not negatives. That shows you you're in the moment. Be with that person. Now where are we going to go? What are we going to do? These are questions that you should try and answer as if you're in the future you want to see, because that's how you're going to get that future. Quantum affirmations is all about being strong. It's all about knowing you have all that you need to get what you want. And you are going to get what you want because it's science, it's physics. The laws of physics are what helps people get what they want. The laws of physics answers the question of how did that guy get to be with that girl? Or how did that idiot make all that money? Or how did that person save themselves when they don't have the sense to come in out of the rain. They are good visualizers, whether they know it or not, and they are seeing the future clearly. And you don't have to see the future clearly all the time. If you do it once in the morning, once at night, that's all you need. So there you go. You're sitting back. You're doing your quantum affirmation in your mind's eye. You are producing the movie of the future you want to see, the future you want to be in. And it's got to be real. If you want to make a lot of money, see all the problems that come with having money. I'm a psychic. I read for a lot of wealthy people. If you think they don't have problems, you're wrong. They just have different problems. And those are the problems that you have to have in your quantum affirmation when you want to make more money. See yourself in a room with people and you have all this money. Do they like you because you have the money, or do they like you for who you are? Does that person who you're interested in, do they like you because you have the money? These are the problems. What'll happen if I lose the money? That's the biggest problem. What should I do with the money? When you visualize yourself having the money, having the better job, you have to see the negative, like, oh my God, someone else wants my better job. You have to know that you're going to have to do your better job even better, that you're going to have to work hard because some people have it easier than you. You have to see it as real as you can. That way your subconscious says, well, oh my God, she's finally doing it. She sees it. She can handle it. You know, they also say in the Bible, you're not given any problem that you can't handle. Well, your subconscious does not want you walking into a situation and being destroyed. So if you are showing yourself by visualizing in your head that you can handle it, your subconscious says, okay, the dance is starting. I will help this person get to where I'm going. And physics is going to help you get to where you're going because we influence reality. If you want to have a little fun with it, we can call a quantum affirmation a quantumplation. It's a take on the word contemplation, but when you break down the word contemplation, you find that it means the creation of a space in which to do an augury, the creation of a space in which to predict the future. Now that is a very interesting concept because contemplation helps you not only predict the future, because it's helping you create the future. So when you do a quantumplation, you are the director of your movie. Now, let's try and make your movie as real as possible. You don't want everybody to be a cartoon character in your quantumplation. You want them to be real. You want them to relate to you the way you know they relate to you, and you want them to relate to you the way you know they'll relate to you when you change, because you're going to change, and change scares everyone. So if you really want to change, if you really want your soulmate, realize your soulmate might not like your pet. You might not like your soulmate's relatives. These are the things to see. And if you're trying to have a child, you might not want to go through the pain, but see yourself going through the pain of having a child. See yourself with all the contingencies, both good and bad, of any situation that you want to do a quantumplation about. And the realer it can be, the realer it can be. That's the funny thing about quantumplations. As real as you can make it, you will tell your subconscious, look, she's doing it. She's in the moment. She sees herself walking into the store and being able to buy what she wants. She sees herself having this incredible time with someone and then not worrying about what they think of her. He can be walking into some place and feeling, oh my God, he's not worried about money for a change, or he's not worried about his height, or he's not worried about being too fat. I'm talking about getting into all the problems that you have now and seeing that when you're in the future you want to have, getting into all the problems you're going to have then, because you're going to have them. And so what? I mean, that's life. You cannot fool yourself. And quantum affirmations is about reality. It's about the reality you're in now, which you obviously want to change, or else you wouldn't be watching this, and the reality that you want to go to. And I can help you go there. And that's what quantum affirmations and quantumplations are all about.